After you've been injured, you might go to the internet to search Miami lawyer or Colorado lawyer, or you might go even a little bit more specific and search Atlanta personal injury lawyer. No matter what you search, you will still need to do some research to determine if that attorney is the best attorney for your personal injury case. I'm Colton Richardson, a personal injury attorney, helping those who are hurt and taken advantage of. I hope to answer many of your legal questions, so hit the subscribe and like buttons. That way we can get more people answers to their questions. So you've been injured and possibly at the fault of someone else. One of the first things you should do is find an attorney. It can be overwhelming with the options out there. You might be looking at the billboard lawyer or the guy on the side of the bus after you drive by it, or maybe the one on social media. Or you might just do a quick Google search for personal injury lawyer. No matter who you are considering, it's important to make sure that they are an experienced personal injury attorney. Make sure to stick around until the end, where I'll walk you through some examples to help you choose the best lawyer for your personal injury case. So after an injury, you've made the good decision in starting to look for an attorney. And the most important thing in choosing the right attorney is making sure that they have extensive experience and knowledge of personal injury cases specifically. You want to see how much experience they have in personal injury law. Now in Oklahoma, just like many other states, lawyers can't say that we specialize in personal injury or many other types of law. For many lawyers, they might say that they handle numerous personal injury cases. However, you will really want to see if the lawyer and their firm are a jack of all trades and a master of none. So what do I mean by that? Many personal injury lawyers focus only on personal injury. They do this so that they can be great at personal injury cases, instead decent at a few or numerous practice areas. A few years ago, I read Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less by Greg McKeown. First, this is a great book, but this really showed me that to be great, you must deliberately pursue less. And in a lawyer's case, he or she might focus their practice so that they can be great at certain types of cases that they handle, as opposed to handling a whole bunch of different types of cases. You might ask yourself, though, why does it matter if my lawyer handles other types of cases? Great question. There are so many little nuances in each type of law. For example, in Oklahoma, after a car accident, you usually have 2 years to file a lawsuit. However, if you are in an accident with a government employee, while they are working, you have to give the state notice of your claims within a year, or you might waive some of those claims. This is just one example of the little nuances in personal injury law. But also, lawyers are like doctors in that we focus on certain areas. You wouldn't go to a dentist for your broken foot. They may have some general knowledge, but they wouldn't have the knowledge and experience to give you the best outcome. Just like doctors, lawyers focus on one area of law so that they can do that area extremely well. So how do I tell if a lawyer focuses on personal injury? You'll want to look at their website. It'll be very telling. On a lawyer's website, they will list the practice areas that they handle. And remember, just because they might list it or handle personal injury case doesn't mean they have the extensive experience in personal injury or are best to handle your personal injury case. Let me look at a few examples. There we go. Practice areas. Look for practice areas. That's where it will really tell you what area of law they focus on. This one says criminal defense, and lists different types of criminal defense, okay? Family law, lists different types of family law issues, like parentage and stuff like that. Bankruptcy, estate planning, personal injury, probate, business law, unemployment, workers' compensation, immigration. So this list goes on, and this is an example of what a law firm you would not want to handle your personal injury case because they handle so many different types of cases. Let's take a look at the second one. So this one lists litigation. So there's two different types of law. There's transactional and there's litigation. In transactional, it's a lot of writing, contracts, reviewing contracts, business negotiations and deals. And in litigation, it's a lot more of filing lawsuits and depositions and trial. So those are the two differences, because litigation is very broad. Estate planning, corporate services, elder care and children's services, social security disability, personal injury and wrongful death, construction, oil and gas, aviation, and property. So again, this is a pretty broad one. And for the record, I'm not knocking these lawyers at all. Many lawyers do what they need to do to keep the doors open, and there's nothing wrong with that. It is just very hard to be very good at something when you're spread so thin. Let's take a look at a third website. This firm handles family law, criminal law, and personal injury. So this is getting a little better. It's a little more focused, still a little broad though, but it's in the middle, so we're getting better. But let's take a look at another one that's a good example. I won't use ours as an example though, but it is a pretty good one. All right, areas of law: personal injury, car accidents, trucking accidents, motorcycle accidents, slip and fall, medical malpractice, bicycle accidents, boating accidents, oil and gas accidents, pedestrian accidents, Uber and Lyft, insurance claim denial, premises liability, product liability, and the list goes on. And so this is a good example of a firm and lawyers who focus on personal injury. All these areas of law are center around personal injury. And if you notice, this firm doesn't list criminal law, family law, civil litigation, estate planning, or bankruptcy, or any others. This shows that they are committed to being great at what they do. This is a type of firm that would maximize your case as opposed to other lawyers who practice in many different areas of law. I also want to make sure you don't get confused either. Lawyers who focus on personal injury may list a ton of practice areas. This is because they all revolve around personal injury, and the firm is just giving specific examples. So let me pull up another one that gets extremely specific with their examples. All right, areas of law. They start off with amusement park accidents. Again, very specific, and I actually have 2 of these right now. So very interesting that they list that, but it does happen. Child window falls. So that is, again, extremely specific, but it also falls under personal injury law. Daycare injuries, electric scooter accident, FedEx truck accident. They get down to the company at fault. That's very specific. Cruise ship accident, paraquat. This is a toxic chemical that was widely used in herbicides to kill weeds. And so they get specific on that as well, and what type of product. Another one that they list is Uber, Lyft accidents. So this is still a great personal injury firm because they are still focusing on personal injury cases. Although it seems like a lot, they all revolve around personal injury. They just have a wide variety of personal injury cases and give specific examples. So be sure to look on the lawyers' websites and make sure that the practice areas that are listed are all within personal injury. Again, you want an attorney who can maximize your case. Too often, people hire their relative who is an attorney, regardless of what type of law that he practices. Insurance adjusters and lawyers on the other side know who these inexperienced lawyers are and what they focus on, making it difficult for them to maximize your case value as well. You'll be much better off with your case going with a lawyer who focuses on personal injury. So all in all, make sure you research a lawyer before hiring him for your personal injury case. And make sure you look at their website to make sure they focus on personal injury law. Comment below any questions you might have, and I would love to answer them. Again, it would mean a ton if you helped me reach others so that I can get free legal information to them by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video to your friends. I look forward to answering more of your questions, so drop them in the comments and I'll try to do a video on them.